Happy Friday, Grace City family. My name is Elder Jamon Bailey, and I'm here to give you the Friday Quick. What is the Friday Quick? If you're new and you're wondering what this is, it's just a quick snapshot into the message for this Sunday. We've been dealing or teaching from the topic of God's handwriting. And this week we are considering his handwriting that he wrote on tablets in Deuteronomy 5. You see, the most popular portion of Deuteronomy 5 is the Ten Commandments. That's right, the Ten Commandments. We call them the commandments because they largely define what we ought to do. What we ought to do. I don't even like saying that, right? Especially for you who are a bit rebellious, right? That is how many of us, though, see the commandments or the words, because that's actually what they're called. They're called the words, which makes me wonder, how do you look at the words? How do you look at the words of Scripture? Do you see them as a covenant reward to you, or just retribution, right, if you don't keep yourself in line? My Torah professor, Dr. Schnitzer, at the university I attended, wrote a theological work titled The Torah Story. And in this theological work, he takes a deep dive into the meaning and the message of the story of the Torah. And when dealing with this portion of the text in Deuteronomy 5, he says these specific words as it relates to the words that God gives to his people. He says, it's not accurate in my view, this is him speaking, to read this book as saying merely obey what you ought to do, right, in order to love God and live. It seems better to think of this teaching as love God based on his word and his work in your heart in order to live and obey. That's completely different. That's a completely different contrast to looking at something versus what we ought to do and what we get to do because of the love that you share with somebody else. Well, we'll be dealing with Deuteronomy chapter 5, verses 4 through 6 this week. And in this text, we're going to get a chance to see why the people of Israel were a little bit challenged with hearing and obeying and trusting the words that were given to them at Mount Sinai. So much so that they had to have somebody who stood in the middle between them and the one who loves them in order to receive these words that they still, and we all still really don't follow, right? So it's going to be an exciting opportunity to learn and to hear the words, covenant words from the God who loves us. I can't wait to share this word with you, Grace City. I can't wait for you to be there. Bring a friend, bring a family, bring anyone you can. Come on out to the BMI this Sunday morning as we get a chance to look at the words, the covenant words that God shares, not with his people, but for all people who live under his creation. So I can't wait to see you there. Come on out, bring a friend. Look forward to seeing you this upcoming Sunday.